Restaurant Marketing: 11 Online Marketing Ideas and Strategies for Owners and Managers. Written by Deepak. Narrated by Kathleen Cowell. Dedicated to Michelle, my battered bestest half who puts up with my insanity wisely and sanely. Via, our 12-year-old blessing who teaches me every day of my breath. Thank you, Via, Mish. Introduction. As the COVID-19 pandemic devastated service industries worldwide, dining out culture has taken a particularly bad hit from lockdown regimes. The restaurant malaise is particularly pronounced in India, home to nearly 1.4 billion people, where the leading industry association counts more than 500,000 restaurants as members. From New Delhi to New York, from Beijing to Sydney, from Africa to Tunisia, throughout the world, cutting across continents, hotels and restaurants have gone into hibernation, hit by a triple whammy of lockdowns, food supply interruptions, and wary customers. The challenges for the hospitality and gastronomic sector as a whole are the biggest any of us have ever witnessed since the birth of fine dining or the modern restaurant sector, said Zorowar Khaira, managing director of Massive Restaurants, which operates eateries across India. Restaurants are not operational and the staff in our industry do not have the option to work from home, said Khaira. COVID-19's impact on the industry is staggering. The restaurant business is one of the largest elements of most countries' service sector. Specifically to India, it accounts for approximately 3% of India's gross domestic product and employing 7.3 million people according to the National Restaurant Association of India, the largest industry body. The vast size of the industry also points to the remarkable diversity of India's restaurant culture, from roadside stalls selling meals for the equivalent of 20 cents to lavish and palatial establishments charging prices for a single meal that would keep a family fed for a month. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected the global food industry as governments close down restaurants and bars to slow the spread of the virus. Across the world, restaurants' daily traffic dropped precipitously compared to the same period in 2019. Though the coronavirus pandemic has affected all major industries, but perhaps none has been more affected than the restaurant and food service industry. Closures of restaurants caused a ripple effect among related industries such as food production, liquor, wine, beer production, food and beverage shipping, fishing, and farming. This is one industry that'll never see a recession. People will always eat and drink. One of the top restaurateurs in the country had flamboyantly boasted about the recession-proof business of the restaurant industry. But the industry veteran was wrong. A few months down the line, the government began closing down bars and restricting restaurants to only take-out service to stem the spread of the coronavirus. His business is among thousands of restaurants where sales plunged across the board. Hotels and restaurants in India have been among the most affected due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the nationwide lockdown that was enforced to curb the virus from spreading. While the short-term effects of this public health crisis on the restaurant industry are clear, with unemployment soaring and restaurants being forced to shut down, the long-term effects are less so. On some of them we can only speculate, but as we're approaching the second wave, others are now crystal clear. So let's see what 5 of these long-term effects of COVID-19 are and how they will impact the restaurant industry at large. Effect of coronavirus on the restaurant delivery system. Dining will shift online, on-premises versus off-premises. Perhaps the biggest long-term change prompted by the coronavirus pandemic is the shift from on-premises to off-premises dining. This is not to say in the future people won't be dining out anymore, but they will be relying much more on delivery and take-out than before. That's because once restaurants invest in this technology, they won't, and shouldn't, simply let it go once the pandemic is over. Technology that minimizes human interaction will seep into the industry. Restaurants' current goal includes minimizing
Sample complete. Ready to continue?